Good afternoon. Welcome back to the Football Terrace. Chelsea 2, Burnley 0. An excellent performance to get Thomas Tuchel's revolution underway. Of course, a stalemate in midweek, but we saw the signs of the Tuchel's tactical revolution that he was going to bring to Chelsea. We've seen more of that today. Some amazing statistics and some amazing facts to come out this game. The palpable difference between a Tuchel and a Lampard team is clear to see. The ball moves in particular very much the same ways, but it's the application and the direction and the aggression from these players under Thomas Tuchel which is setting them apart, to a point today where Burnley did not have an attempt at goal from open play. They had a header literally in the last minute of the game from a corner, but not an attempt on goal in open play. 19 attempts today from Chelsea. Could have been 4, 5, or 6. The only sort of blot on this game really would be the conversion rate of Chelsea. But an astounding performance. The Thomas Tuchel revolution, the tactical changes are already there to be seen. And let me throw this out there now. We're going to be talking about it on today's show. The panel are on their way. So first of all, make sure you're hitting that like and share button. Under Frank Lampard in the Premier League, Chelsea averagely allowed their opponents to have 11.4 passes per defensive action. Before somebody pressed, before an interception was made or a tackle was attempted, on average 12 passes. So far in 2 games in the Premier League, Chelsea have only allowed their opponents to have 4 passes per defensive action. So when we talk about working hard, when we talk about perseverance, when we talk about getting stuck into a game, that is what we mean. It's running hard and working hard at the right times and in the right moments, but still keeping your shape. The use of the twin sixes is absolutely brilliant. Chelsea fans, get used to the fact that you are going to use 2 DMs in central midfield on a regular basis. One's going to be a passer, one's more going to be a breaker up of play. Between Kovacic and Jorginho today, they actually had more of the ball than any other players on the field of play. The switch from Jorginho for the opening goal was absolutely brilliant. That's massive in a Tuchel system. You press hard and you hurry your opponents off the ball. You hunt it down in packs. But when you're in possession, you work it from left to right, from left to right. So you will see your midfielders do a lot of sideways passing, but it's imperative to get it into the front men, the Mounts, the Choes. We're going to speak about Hudson-Odoi later. Excellent performance from him, to do what they do best and create the opportunities. The football under Lampard was too slow, too lethargic every single time. It made it easier for teams to set their back line, to set their bank of 4 in midfield, and to put little space in between their defensive line and their midfield. It's hard to break down. Move the ball quicker, 1-2 touch football, switch the play from those twin sixes, and you can open teams up. 2-0, people may say, it's 2-0, it's only Burnley. Should have been 4, 5, or 6. Today, we're going to be talking about the Tuchel system. What have you noticed from it? I want to speak about Hudson-Odoi. KJ wants to have a real conversation about his position as a wing-back. Is that where the Chelsea fans want to see him remain? And equally, have we now seen Jorginho come alive? Has Jorginho come alive in this Chelsea team, in his Chelsea career? We want to hear from you. We're going to get your comments up on the screen in a few moments as well. Get your super chats in. We really want to. Twisted Bubba here. Where's his comment gone? He goes, very impressed by Chelsea. I would be as well, Twisted. They were absolutely phenomenal today in every single which way. The only blotch, as I say, is the 10% conversion rate. They want to increase that by 5, 10%. And Chelsea will be absolutely flying. Today is a sign of things to come, and it's bad news. It's bad news for the rivals. Dare I say, pray for our rivals. A few here saying Callum Hudson-Odoi was class. Yes, he was. Burnley had 1 shot. They had 0 shots from open play. That's the standout to me in relation to all of this. 1 shot from open play for them is absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. He even got Alonso playing well today, but he was playing with wing-backs. And Alonso's an amazing wing-back. He's not a great left-back, but he's an amazing wing-back. So if this is the system that Tuchel's going to go with, maybe we're going to see the rebirth. Maybe we're going to see the rebirth of Alonso. Certainly comes up with a lot of goals, and he got the clincher today. So, Terry, pressing is a coaching thing. It's both. It's about the players though persevering and doing it. There's only so much a coach can do. The players have to have the desire, the passion, the want to go and deliver. Because Tuchel can't make you run. He hasn't got. There's not like a electronic collar around their neck. If they don't run hard enough, he presses the button and they get an electric shock. They choose to do it. His system dictates it and demands it. They're doing it. The way you maintain that level of work rate is by keeping your dressing room happy. Man management. So the coaching is one part, man management is another, but players being dedicated and professional is the third. It's real simple stuff. It's real simple. It's ABC, bruv. It's proper easy. Proper easy. Let's get the panel involved now, ladies and gentlemen. Hit and share that like button for us. Remember, we will also be going live today after Liverpool versus West Ham, live after the Tottenham game. We have that United show back today as well at 9 p.m. for all you Manchester United fans, and Midnight Vibes. It is a hectic day on the football terrace. No one gives you as much content from across all the teams as we do. We will be opening the lines for you guys to come on and have your say a little bit later as well. You know where the link's being shared. The link's going to be shared, of course, on the Discord server. So sign up now. Hit that like button. Nearly 2,000 people watching. Hello to everybody over on Facebook and Twitter as well. Let's get the panel on board. Let's do this. Yes, gents. Ches there as well. Sorry, I missed Ches. I didn't click on Ches's. How are you all doing? The Chelsea boys looking happy. David, I want to come to you straight away. We really got to see maybe some of the future on the Tuchel today.
It was amazing. It was amazing. Burnley had one shot in the 93rd minute. That's all they did the whole game. They didn't even touch us. We are playing well. We're not back yet.
You're back. Say it.
Well. No, I'm not saying it. Don't gas me, because I will, and I'll make that mistake again. I'm not doing it. But Jorginho, you see Jorginho today? This thing of he don't pass forward is lies. My point, I've always said it. If you play to his strengths, he is absolutely top class. Him and Kovacic today, fantastic. Marcus Alonso got a goal. He got a goal. Again, I always say it. World-class wing back, shit left back, quite simply. But, hey, do you see my team? You see my German manager out there doing his thing? Everyone was like, why is he playing Alonso? Why is he playing Aspi? Why is he doing this? Look at what he did. And do you know what he did? He saw Tammy was having a bad half. And what did he do? He did what I've been asking. You take him off, you bring somebody on, and Pulisic was 5-10 times better than Tammy today. I am gassed. That's my manager there.
Hey, David, say it.
You know how happy David is. Posh, privately educated David just said ting. I love it, bro. Listen, I agree with you. I mean, I was watching it as a United fan, clearly hoping and praying you lose or draw for the banter. But I'm watching it and I'm purring. I'm thinking, I love Jorginho. I've always rated this guy. He needs the right system around what he does. He ain't going to do nothing like spectacular. He isn't going to pull off a Paul Pogba-esque ball. He isn't going to do pirouettes and step overs and Cruyff turns, but he's going to move that ball and switch it from left to right, a key fundamental part of Tuchel's system. Tuchel's come out and said he's pretty much always going to use what he calls the twin sixes, two defensive midfielders holding their area that provide cover for the back line, that cover in areas when the fullbacks go forward, but equally move that ball from left to right very quickly. So their sideways passing stats are going to be high, but it's important. Anita's here with us today. Tuchel off to a winning start. Give me your overall thoughts on how the system looked today. The performance from Jorginho was great, but also your guy, Callum Hudson-Odoi, now getting opportunities in the starting lineup and delivering massively.
Can I firstly just address some people in the comments? It's only Burnley. Guess who couldn't beat Burnley? Liverpool. Yeah, put that into perspective. Thank you. I'm not being funny, but Burnley came out in the first half, thinking that they could run a Liverpool on us. That they came out playing their good, handsome, beautiful type of football. I'm just looking at them like, you lot don't even know. You don't even know that you cannot break down this defense, my G. You cannot do it. Listen, all the Rudiger slander, I need apologies ASAP. The Marcus Alonso one, listen, do you know what?
Apologize.
Huh?
Apologize.
David told me that Tuchel might actually use Marcus Alonso and shit. And I was just like, are you sure? Like, do we want to see this? But yes, we do want to see. I'm not okay. Apart from the goal, Marcus Alonso, he didn't have such a great game. let me just put that into perspective. He didn't have the best game. Huh?
Better game than Chilwell.
Yeah, he had a better game than Chilwell did last game. I won't even lie. He had a better game than Chilwell versus Wolves, fair enough. But yeah, I'm not saying Chilwell's finished. I just don't think Chilwell has adapted to this wing back role. And it's going to take him some time. I haven't played as just simply a left back for quite some time. I do want to give praise to Thomas Tuchel because I just feel like it's a game of chess and not checkers at the minute. Like, we can't predict what Tuchel's going to do. I didn't think he was going to take off Callum. I didn't think that we're going to let Werner see the rest of the 90 minutes. Obviously, we saw Tammy was having a bad game, but from what we're used to, I would have expected Tammy to have finished off that game, you know? It's just something that we've been lacking. Like, I can't even praise his tactics because his tactics still bloody confuse me. Like, I'm still looking at our starting 11. I'm always just thinking, like, I wonder how this is going to work. And sometimes you think we're playing with a back four, and then sometimes we go back to a back three, and it's just so nice to see the diversity in the team. Our passing was sublime today. I want to see what Jem has to say about Jorginho because, like I said before, I'm not the biggest Jorginho fan, but you've got to give credit where it's due. Jorginho did the damn job today, as did Kovacic. I genuinely think that we do need to improve more on our finishing and, you know, delivering into the box just a little bit better, just to be a bit more clinical, but that's something to work on with the actual players. I don't think it's a Tuchel problem. It's definitely the player problem. And I had a lot of people asking me why isn't Ziyech in, and then obviously we got that tweet out that he didn't want to play Ziyech today because he seems like he's been a bit run down, and he said 30 minutes into the match that Ziyech will most likely get injured. Listen, that is a manager. That is someone that is so calculated. Like I said, chess, not checkers. How are you thinking about, you know, the match after or the next match before even thinking about we've got to get this win today? He wasn't scared about not getting a win today. He said this player is probably going to get injured. We need him for Spurs, so let's rest him. Like, he's not scared. He knows the quality of the players we have. Starting Mason Mount today, hopefully it shuts the critics up. I'm not being funny. Mason Mount, yes, good game, decent game, fair enough. But for me, he tried way too hard to get in the manager's good books today. He tried way too hard. And no, he did. He was making unnecessary shots. Did you see when he clashed with Tammy as well? Like, why are you so keeper to get the ball? Like, I'm not being funny. Mason Mount's quality will show to the manager, and it will show naturally, not by him being in all places at once. It's not going to work that way.
Mason Mount.
Let me finish my analysis. I was on a roll, guys.
I was trying to stop you. Apologize.
I was on a roll. But but Mount, he actually did play well, and he gave it his all, like he always does. Like, he gave it his all for the badge. But again, it's just like, you didn't have to do too much today, you know. Havertz coming on, I'm hoping it shuts the critics up too, because Havertz had, even though it was only like a couple minutes, he had a good couple minutes on the pitch, and I'm hoping that he gets more minutes to show people that he actually is a creative talent and he's not just there for the bench. You know, we paid that amount of money for him for a reason. Timo Werner, I really hope he finds his form, and that's all I'll say on that.
I hear you on that. On Jorginho today, most creative player on the pitch, 4 chances created from him, 3 from Hudson-Odoi, 3 from Mason Mount as well, 2 from Werner, 2 from Kovacic. I mean, how you didn't win 4 or 5-0 today was purely conversion, and if that's the last thing you've got to fix, I'm sure you'll get there in the end. But do you know what you said? You pulled on something really interesting there, Anita, around not really sure what the formation is, and that for me is that's Thomas Tuchel. That is what he does. It's a very German thing to do. Ralph Hasselhoff, I like to call him. He spoke about it, that his team will transition between 3 different formations in nearly every single game. It makes it very hard to mark against. Yeah. How do we attack it? Because your opponents are always guessing. So I think that was excellent today. Jem, I want to go to you, though, because Jorginho, you're not normally a fan. What are you saying, bro?
Yeah, look, you know, it was a good performance today. We played well. Everyone, including Jorginho, played well today. What Jorginho done today is what I wanted him to do more, a lot more. And if he does, he will be in the team more. My biggest thing with Jorginho, and I will keep saying it, like, I was gassed. We won today, not as gassed as David, because it's Burnley at the end of the day. But I want to see how we perform against the bigger teams, the teams that are going to not give us as much room. You know, the last 2 teams we played, I feel like we've especially the midfield, have been sort of given the chance to sort of roam around with the ball and stuff. But with Jorginho, yeah, he was good. The only thing for me with Jorginho, and I keep saying it, is his consistency. So I want to see how he does against the teams that won't give him enough, as enough space on the ball. So if we're playing like a West Ham, an Aston Villa, a Leeds, I don't know, or a Man United, Spurs, we've got Spurs next. Spurs, for example, these kind of games, he's going to play. I've got a feeling that he will play. If Kante comes back in, it'll probably be Kante and Jorginho that will be the 2 6s within it. But for me, I want to see how he does when he's not given time on the ball. I think you see the best of him when he's given the time on the ball. And today, he was looking forward. He was looking in the final third. He was picking out balls sharp. Yeah, this is all I've ever wanted. Even with Frank Lampard, there's one thing I was always moaned about is that we was too sideways. Get it, play it direct into the Pulisic's, the Mounts. And we did it today. And overall, everyone, including Jorginho, was good. There's nothing more to say, really. I think, going into the next game, we just need to carry the form on. Yeah, it's good to be gassed and happy, but we just need to see what happens going forward.
Yeah, I get you on that. I want to go ask Prime a question here. So 2 games running, Aspie started, and of course he scored today, which is great. Do you have any concerns over some of the youngsters in this team? Because so far, a lot of the opportunities have been given. That Hudson-Odoi's played, he's been brilliant, but he's been in a wing-back position. A lot of the opportunities have gone to more the elder statesmen as opposed to the young guns. Are you concerned that he could favour the more experienced players because he knows he needs to win quickly, or is this just a case of a manager testing out what he's got before sort of nailing down his best 11?
He wants to see what he has, what works and what doesn't, especially since we've got Spurs next, and that's going to be a tough game. Also, my thing about our fans love to rave about our youngsters and how amazing they are. Me personally, I don't actually care about them that much. If you're good enough to get into the team and force your way in, and the manager thinks he suits your system, then you will play. If he doesn't think he's going to suit his system, then you're not going to play. It's as simple as that. Because I don't care really about how talented people say Tammy is, or maybe James or Gilmore or whoever. If you're good enough, you will play. Exactly. If your talent actually shines through, you will play. I see people saying drop Kante or sell Kante or sell Jorginho and play Gilmore. No, because he's going to get exposed and eaten alive. This is a man's game. I see people saying that let's just play Tammy and not play Werner, or we play Mount over Havertz or whatever. People fail to actually think that football is actually a squad game. In these past 2 games, we've actually seen Tuchel use our squad to the best of their abilities and actually use it properly. What Lampard wasn't doing, he was playing Tammy and Mount consistently all the time, and they were getting injuries and going through bad patches of form because that's expected with young players. But he was still playing them, and that's a detriment to the squad, especially when you build it completely around them. Reece James, I don't really have a problem with him not starting because, again, he's not even fully fit. We saw him play against Arsenal when he wasn't fit, and he got eaten alive completely. Chilwell, he's not that match fit either, and I understand it. And plus, Alonso is one of the best left wing backs in the world, so it makes sense he's playing.
Yeah. Yes, it's
Sorry, finish your point, Brian.
No, I'm just saying, for me, I don't really care who you are. Earn your spot. Even if you're a player I don't like.
Bro, I think it's the right attitude. I mean, look at Kante. Look at Conte's title-winning season. I think you could have asked 1 million football fans to go through that squad at the beginning of the season and say who would be the star wing back, right back. Nobody would have picked Vicky Moses. No one would have picked that guy. So it definitely happens. KJ, you've got a bit of a question for the Chelsea fans. I'll hand over to you for that.
Yeah.
Viewers as well, take note.
Yeah. So Prime just speaking there about young players, and he's saying doesn't particularly care who plays and who's not, which is quite the opposite to me. Whereas I have a passion for young people in general anyway. And one of my favorite things about football is see young players play, develop, and become whatever player they become. If they become good or not, that's a different story. But I just love seeing young players. And Chelsea have I personally believe, one of the most exciting, talented young players in England in Callum Hudson-Odoi. I absolutely love this kid. And Ches made a comment in the group chat saying I mentioned how good Cho was, and he said, "Oh, you love to hate to see it." As a rival, I honestly don't hate to see it. I don't. I think it's amazing that he as good as he is. So the only time I don't want him to do well is against United. Other than that, cool, innit? I'm just that kind of guy. But he is now starting to play. We've seen him 2 games in a row as a wing back. As Chelsea fans, do you think that is the best place for him in the long run? Like, obviously, in a few games is fine, but if you start seeing him week in, week out, right wing back, left wing back, will you then start to be frustrated with that position, or are you guys happy with it? Because me personally, I'm saying wings. That's what I want. Further up, that's what I want to see him.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think it's a bad thing, yeah, because like I read something that Tuchel in training, he'll make like examples of principles based on not like game, like realistic scenarios. So he's allowing players to adapt. So if Odoi adapts to right wing back and he's doing what he's doing now every single game, I don't want him to stay because it will allow him to adapt in that position. Also, it's not like his right wing abilities will disappear, his left wing goes disappear. And also, Tuchel has changed formation a lot. So I think it'll be good for him as a player. And if Tuchel can mold him in a certain way, like not with Moses type, because he's better than Moses, but like to improve him, like his end product maybe in that position. Like he had chances today to shoot and was a little bit slow on the ball when he was looking for the shot. So yeah, I don't think it'd be a bad thing in general. I think he's quite calm, to be fair.
I think.
Go on.
Well, me personally, I think it kind of plays into Cho's favor. So one thing that was rumored when it was Sarri and when it was Lampard as well was that he doesn't track back well enough and shit like that. So if he does master the wing back role, he's going to be a bit more aware when, it's time to defend, when we're now on the defensive, Even when he's playing as a natural right wing or a left wing, he will know his defensive duties a bit better. So like Ches said, like it kind of develops him more as a player. I don't think it's going to diminish his ability going forward whatsoever. I think it will strengthen him when we're on transition or when we're transitioning and when we're playing defensive football personally. But yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are clearly okay with him learning the role and do it, but how long can that go on for before you start to question where he should be playing?
As long as we're winning. If we're winning games, as long as we're winning games, yeah, I'll do it every single game. I was happy. Someone in the Punditry on the Pulisic left wing back. If that banged, I will take it. I don't care.
Yeah. Until it's not working, I've got no complaints.
Exactly.
For me, this is something I was screaming about with Frank Lampard, being tactically aware and tactically flexible. Now, if Callum at right wing back is working for these few games, or if this is his future position, at least under Tuchel, and it works, then I don't really have a problem with it because it's Tuchel assessing the squad and being tactically aware to what position certain players would look the best in, at least within his system. That's something with Frank that, like, for example, when Callum wasn't playing, and I kept kind of trying to make excuses for Lampard, saying that, well, there must be a reason if you're not playing under a certain manager. We as fans can say what we want, but the what is the saying? The next starts with the manager or stops with the manager. It's their decision at the end of the day. But clearly, you're seeing 2 performances with Callum. I think he's been our best player in the 2 games.
Yeah, but then the only thing I would say against it, and it's not me being negative about it, is that it is only 2 games, and him playing in that position. Who's that? Who wants to speak?
Who else?
Oh, Monster. Go on, Monster.
Even though Monster was there.
I didn't know he was there. I was thinking, who was that telling me to?
I put Monster in when
right.
somebody, Ches was talking, so I didn't want to interrupt Ches. Monster, yeah, what do you want to say, bro?
I just want to say, Paul Merson, Michael Owen, Martin Keown, Micah Richards, Harry Redknapp, Jamie Redknapp, the failed footballer, they should shut their mouth. Yeah, the man had barely been there 24 hours and they were all talking because their boy got sacked. Unfortunately, their boy wasn't doing a good enough job. And now a proper tactician is here doing a good job. They should You know, Harry Redknapp, like, how dare you, Harry Redknapp? 40 years as a manager and you only won an FA Cup, yet you come and try to downplay the achievements of a man that's won 6 or 7 times the trophies you've won in a quarter of the time you've been a manager. How dare Harry Redknapp? Yeah. Listen, big up Chelsea. Lovely win. Do you know what
He
I
just
mean?
came on here to have a go at Harry
move on to
Redknapp. What about the
Tottenham.
game,
I'm
bro?
not going to say too much because, you know, it's still early in his tenure. Hopefully,
You're back, Monster. Pray for the rivals. Say it again.
No,
I ain't saying
Don't do
that.
it.
I ain't
Don't
saying
you
that.
pray
dare.
for the
No,
rivals
man.
is Ollie's at
No.
the
Monster,
wheel.
That is not
Monster,
saying
Monster, if you say pray for the rivals, I will punch you in the face.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. All I'm saying is that those guys should just respect Tuchel, innit? He's doing his thing. Let him do his thing. Don't worry. Like he said, he's gonna
Put
make
some
it
respect
very
on
hard for
Tuchel's name.
teams to
Say it,
beat
fam.
us. And I have no doubt in my mind he could get us to top 4, innit? Do you know what I mean? That's what I got to say.
That's the next talking point. And do you know what, Monster? Listen, it's great to have you back on the show again, mate. I know you're at work today, so the camera can't go on. But you know, for me, I get a couple of pundits coming out and saying they felt Lampard went a bit too early. I feel that Lampard's going to become a really good manager still. I've said that before.
Yeah.
What really stood out to me, though, Jamie Redknapp and Harry, they're family, bruv. Like, I don't want to hear what man... I know Jamie Redknapp was a footballer, and I know Harry Redknapp was a top-level manager, but I don't want to hear from his cousin and his uncle. I don't want to hear from them. That's essentially...
They're going to be biased, aren't they?
Of course they
Yeah.
are. You know, if Thomas Tuchel gets sacked tomorrow, you can interview his wife. I mean, everyone's family defends him. It's just stupid. And the protection Frank Lampard has got, I'm going to say, it's made me embarrassed to be an English football fan. Not English, an English football fan. I've looked at it and just thought, why are you doing that? There is absolutely no need. Lampard's run was awful. It ain't even about tactics. Forget tactics. He lost the dressing room. Look at all the stories have come out. If Jamie Redknapp's really going to be objective, if Harry Redknapp, one of the greatest managers known to man, he was giving some of his favorite players jobs when they should have retired 10 years ago. He was such a lovely bloke. I want to hear you come out and condemn it. I want to hear you come out and say, do you know what? Tactics were fine, but the way he treated certain players, it becomes poisonous.
Also, Terry,
But he's not going to do it. If he's not going to be honest, then I don't want to hear him speak.
Terry, when you hear him talk on commentary, right? Because they've put so much into Mason being like our best player. When he does a simple thing, they gas it up so much. But when Hudson-Odoi does something that's actually good, they're like, oh, should have probably done better there. And whenever we have the ball and we're just holding possession, as we should do, because why would I give you the ball? Because that's exactly what I need to score. They're like, all they're doing is passing it sideways. That's all they're doing. But literally, Mason Mount will just do a simple turn and forward pass. I'll be like, you see, that's why they're best player. Oh, you see what he's doing? He's got to be stuck. And I'm there like, all of these players will get an opportunity, which is, again, you saw from the lineup, you could see what Lampard had done. Because most of those players weren't getting games, and you could see that they were so much more invested in actually like focusing on the squad. I haven't seen that level of performance from Marcus Alonso in months.
Or Rudiger.
It wasn't great. It wasn't great. This is the thing. He didn't have a great game today. He had a good moment. He didn't have a great game, but that was the best performance he's put in the whole year.
Yeah. The way you were talking about it, it sounded like he had the greatest game of all time, bro. The way you talk.
No. I'm just gassing my manager.
Yeah, 110%. And for me, do you know what annoys me, right? When I judge a football player, I judge a football player or a manager on how he's doing. Of course, an element of the nationality comes into it, because when you get a Brazilian, you're hoping for that flair that we saw from R9 and Dino. You know, when I see an Argentinian, you're either thinking Maradona, or I'm thinking like aggression and passion and working up. There's always certain nationalities. When I think Italian defender, man better be good. When we signed Matteo Darmian, my expectations for him were high because they're renowned for it, and I think that's a fair thing. But you see so much of it, these nasty, dirty, horrible undertones where English players are overpraised. I mean, Jesse Lingard was 27 years old with kids, practically a wife, and he was being called a kid. And I'm like, I love to see. But why? And then what happens is the fan bases start to, I'm going to attack him more than I criticize him more than I criticize this guy, because I'm going to create the equilibrium, and it becomes toxic. And we just need to assess a manager based on the facts that are in front of us, how he's performing, how he's doing. Same for all the players out on the pitch, same for in the female game. And it's just a disgrace for me. And the way that they've acted this week, like Frank Lampard did nothing wrong.
Honestly.
Nothing. That's the bit that I'm sat there and I'm like, I'm a Man United fan and I always want Chelsea to fail. I'm so supportive of Tuchel for that reason. I'm just like, I want Tuchel to come here and hush so many gums. Daily Mail, The Sun, all them man, hush your mouth. You know, that dude, I know he's been on the show before. I think his name's Craig. Proud to be a white British man. Why is that? What's that?
Yeah, and that ain't,
losing his job.
that ain't Frank Lampard's fault as well. People sticking
Oh,
up.
yeah, I bet Rory's skeeving right now. I bet Rory's pissed, bro, that they won.
No. Rory's got unilateral bipartisan support of all managers now, apart from one that he doesn't like to mention. But like, literally today was they had one shot from a corner the whole game. What I was never worried about them scoring a goal. It was 1-0, and I was like, game done. That's how confident. That's how
because we kept the ball so well. That's why they.
I'm not gonna lie. What you're feeling right now is very similar to what we felt when Ollie came in after. Wait, let me finish the point. In terms of the feeling of you can go on and win every game. When Ollie came in, after Jose's poor tenure towards the end, we United fans, we went on a mad run. That's why we made United Ollie at the wheel. That's when we made that song, because at that time we felt like, yo, we can't be beaten. We had like you guys today with the whole pressing stats and not allowing your opposition to have the ball. We under Ollie, when he first came in, we had the same stats. We had the highest in Europe after that Cardiff game.
Yeah, so we're not at that level.
You guys' level, yeah.
No.
Remember, you guys won a big Champions League match under him. That's different.
What I'm saying is there are similarities in terms of the way of the feeling, or not the managers.
Look, we're just taking it game by game, bro. We're not gassing it up to anything else.
You know what? I want to show everyone this statistic. We just posted this on the Football Terrace community page. Is that the right one? Yes, channel content. I think this is the page. No, that's the wrong one. Let me close that. Let me close it very quickly. Let me go back because I shared the wrong one. What one is it on? Oh, no, it's on the Football Terrace page. So I want to put this up right. Yes, here it is. This is what's impressed me the most in the last two games. This is the average from the last two games. This is a stat that I don't even know if Opta or Statman have put this out yet. My stat gives this to me here, right? But you see this here. This is the one for me when I focus on that. 4.52 passes per defensive action under Tuchel versus nearly 12 under Frank Lampard. That's what stands out massively to me, because you're winning the ball back, or at the very least putting a challenge in 3 times faster.
Yes.
That is massive. That is massive. And when you see that, do you know the only team that even when you played Morecambe, it was 6.5. So even when you played Morecambe, you're still winning the ball back at a slower rate than what Tuchel's team is already doing. And of course, that's got to maintain. And like all of this, if from now moving forward it dips, and I know you guys are going to be fair and honest and come out here and criticize, but that's the difference between Lampard's system and Tuchel's system. Put the management aside, you pass and move the ball quicker, and then on top of that, you win it back quicker. I mean, and those two things are about work rate. Work rate. Of course, Cam.
The reason why though is because he's actually using the squad, like Prime said. Like he's making everyone infuse. He's giving them opportunities. They can see there's harmony in the squad. I know the other day they use like small balls in training, like little things like that will boost morale. You see Werner smiling. You see the players actually trying. So these results are going to happen, and it's good to see because now we're actually playing how we should be playing in Chelsea Football Club, not lingering around in 10th like Arsenal.
The only thing that I think we need to be doing, and I'm not going to criticise him on it because it will come, is we need to be more clinical. Like we should have killed that game 4-5 goals, and you know we was 1-0 all the way up to what was it, the 75th, 80th minute, bit longer than that. Like we need to kill off games when you play bigger teams, and you're 1-0, for example, you leave yourself vulnerable to go out and draw that game. So we have to be careful in them games and be more clinical.
I was saying, I'm sure Terry will do a video on it. But you'll see when we press the triangle and we just isolate people and we use the touchline as
choosing triangle formation.
No. I'm being honest because I saw it last game as well. You use the triangle and use the touchline as an extra man, and it just isolates people. That's why we're not just aimlessly pressing like we were under Lampard. Well, it wasn't aimless, but it was like we kind of just press in like areas, but it wasn't really coherent. Under Tuchel, even though it's only been a very short time, we're pressing in a smarter area, and it's not reliant on one person. It's a whole squad effort, and they know
And we're
where to
positive
be.
with the ball.
And
That's
this
the
is the
most
thing with
important
working hard, right? I think,
Yeah.
you know, like ability and passion merchants, it's, everything's in this world is taken to the extreme it is. And for me, what I'm seeing right now from Chelsea is hard work in a system, and that's what you want. The runs at the right time, pressing at the right time. Like, one of the things that really annoys me in football sometimes, where you see one man pressing and everyone else is sitting back. There's only two reasons that happens. One, the guy pressing is like overworking, over trying, or everybody else is being lazy. But either way, that isn't right. You can't have one guy pressing on his own is stupid. You have to do it in packs, and then you have to do it at the right time. If you press too often, you'll exhaust yourselves and get countered.
Oh, yeah.
So far, it's been done absolutely impeccably. We've got a few super chats here. Then we're going to open up the lines for you guys to come on and have your say. Before we do that, please hit the like button. It's really important to us. You do that both here and on Facebook. Check out the Manscaped website. Our title sponsors all the way through until April. You can get your 20% discount. We are going to be promoting a new product of theirs next week. They're launching their own aftershave. It smells, by the way, I've been sent a sample. It smells delicious. I don't know if it's got 3 syllables in it. Yeah, delicious. Absolutely amazing. When that's out, we'll be showing it to you. So hit that like and share button. Super chat here says the press will always back English managers. I don't disagree with you, bro. Certain press most certainly will. The Guardian won't, but the rest will. Good win. So not God. Good win for Tuchel. Still a long road, and not take mistakes as a complete change. This could be down to the new manager bounce. Do any of you Chelsea fans fear the new manager bounce?
No,
Not yet.
no. I see. Again, one of my biggest things with Lampard was not only was he not a great manager or tactician, but he's also bad at managing the squad. I feel like the squad overall will be in a better place under our manager, and he's levels, like different levels above what Lampard's level was. At Dortmund, had a higher win percentage than higher win percentage by Klopp. At PSG, he won every single trophy he could, except for a Champions League in which he got to a final. And it's sort of like in the final, it was his fault they lost. It was Neymar and Mbappe not really finishing their chances. Again, people saying he doesn't know how to control players. Well, he's controlling Ousmane Dembele pretty well, and we all know how temperamental he is. And Neymar and Mbappe were pressing for him. Like, these guys, like, he's a serious manager. I don't know where this disrespect of, oh, he's flawed and he doesn't know what he's doing and he can't control people and he's only been good because he's at PSG. I don't get it.
We'll see, David. We'll see.
Absolutely. So there's going to be a slight change in mood now. So most of you that watch the Football Terrace will be aware that Prime suffered disgusting racial abuse last night on a stream at the hands of a regular caller and member of the Football Terrace, TD Shifts. I'm not personally prepared to repeat the words that he used on air because it's simply things that I don't say. But you've seen it trending today. Anita's shared it. I've shared it. And everybody has been fully behind Prime first and foremost. The individual, TD Shifts, he's in the back room. He wants to come on and say his piece, apologize, somewhere along those lines. I'm prepared if Prime and the panel are for him to come on and have his say, but I'm not making that decision by myself. This is a democratic thing that I want to pose. Prime, first and foremost, like you were the victim of this as an individual. Are you willing to speak to him now and listen to what he's got to say, or is it something you think you want to do privately first time round? And don't feel pressured to have him on. Like, on a real level, it's up to you, my friend.
It's up to you.
I do want to have him on. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone, the Terrace, and thanks, Terry, for that. I want to say thank you to everyone for the kind words and messages. You guys were a lot more. You guys know I don't deal well with like emotions and confrontations and stuff, and you guys were a lot more proactive than I should have been. But yeah, I do. Something I said that if it was okay with you guys, I do want him to come on and explain. I don't want to hear an apology because you say something like that is not something you can apologize for. But I do want to understand why, because that is something I'm all about. People can think the way they think, and we can't really control that because I'm someone who's in favor of freedom of speech. So unfortunately, it's one of those things where people are going to say things that I don't or the mass doesn't agree with. But I want to try and understand where they're coming from. Whether or not I agree with it is a different matter, but that's why I want them to come on and explain why.
Prime, I back what you want to do, bro. I back whatever you want to do.
I say, man, I just want to say that you're truly are supported, you truly are valued here at the Football Terrace, not just within the panel and the group chat, but with everyone in the comments. If you look there, everyone's just showing you love and support, and don't ever feel like that you don't have us, because you do, and you always will. And I feel like for as a friend, I'm glad to have you as a friend. And for this situation right now, I feel it would be best if the rest of us was in the back room, just sitting back, and let Terry and Prime control the situation. Just allow them to do what they need to do.
Okay, that's up to you, Prime.
I don't mind you guys staying, but I'd rather, if you guys stay, I'd rather you guys didn't say anything and get involved.
Mute us. Yeah, Terry can mute us.
Cool. We can do that. And listen, just before I bring TD in, this Prime 100. Look, we banter you, we bicker with you. You know, we did the same with the gal. That's us because we're friends. People don't realize we speak so much behind the scenes. And the one thing that stood out to me today is the fact that we've always spoke about these things on the Football Terrace, and we always will. We're one of the only fan channels that ever does it. And one of the things that disgusted me, not just TD's comments, it was the way the channel that you all sat there in silence. No word was being said. And for me, that's as big a part of the problem. If you sit there in silence when these things happen and you just ignore it, you're siding with the racists, you're siding with the bigots. And that's something that needs to be called out massively in this. But we're going to bring him in now. I'm going to, as I say, I'm going to let you speak with him and have your say. TD's now here with us on the air. What do you have to say for yourself, TD?
Also, before you speak, I'd rather you show your face as well. Thank you.
Okay. Look, I'm not going to defend my actions in any way. I've already spoken to Stephen, and I've already expressed my thoughts, and I'm going to express it again. To everyone that was on the stream, I can't apologize enough to you. And to be honest, I need to.
Wait, hold on. I don't want to. I don't want to hear an apology. Two, Terry, can you please bring bits and bobs in, please? Yeah, I don't want to hear an apology. To explain what you meant and what you said, because I really don't care about an apology.
Look, there is no explanation for what I said. There's no.
There is an explanation. So can you say it, please? And can you also repeat what you said as well? Thank you.
Okay. I said.
I'm actually angry. I didn't know I was this angry. I'm actually angry right now. I'm usually quite a reserved and calm person. It takes a lot. I don't get pushed over that easily. I was talking to Bob yesterday, and we talk quite a bit, and the love this guy has for me, and I have for him. The way he snapped and he got so angry, the way everyone was jumping in and defending me. I don't want an apology because I don't really care about that, and I don't want to get emotional on stream, but I want an actual explanation. And if anything that you say is not towards an explanation or a reasoning, and you're just going to say, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep interrupting you because I want an actual reasoning. I sat on the live stream with you. You said what you said, and I want you to say on this stream, on the terrace, to however many thousands of people are watching, I want you to say what you said and explain why. Because you said it to me. I responded to you, because luckily I didn't hear you say that comment. I didn't hear the first part of what you said. I only heard the second part. So look, you're lucky I didn't hear what you said, because I would have snapped on that stream. Because I responded to you, and you responded back to me, Prime, you take things too personally, and you dipped away before I could say anything back. So I want you to say exactly what you said, and I want you to explain why you said what you said. Because you said I target you and I have something against you. I clearly don't, because I've never said anything racial towards you or anyone in my life. I try and live my life by not offending anyone. And if I ever think that I do, I apologize. I even said on the stream yesterday, if I was out of line, can someone please correct me and let me know? So explain why. No apologies, no bullshit, no, oh, I said this to this person or that person. Because I'm not going to say anything, but I've seen messages and screenshots. People have told me that you tried to defend what you said. So I'd rather you come on now and also defend what you have said.
Look, I'm going to be real. Look, and I know you're not going to like what I'm going to say, but look, I can't defend my actions. I really can't.
No, you can defend your actions, because everyone, we all have free will. We all make our own thoughts and decisions, and we have to defend and live by those said decisions. So you can defend what you said.
Look, I said.
Look what? Defend what you said.
I can't. I can't defend it.
Okay. Can you say on the terrace exactly what you said? Because I know verbatim what you said.
That's what I said.
Okay, cool. No, the whole speech of what you said. Can you say it on the terrace, please?
I can't remember word for word.
I know word for word. Can you say it, please?
Prime, can I just say something for a moment, Prime? Is that okay? Do I have your permission?
Yeah.
Do you know TD, I want to say to you, and I was messaging you earlier. The racial comment you made was an absolute fucking disgrace. Let me just put that out point blunt. I'm not going to be as polite as Prime's being to you because I won't have it. Do you know the bit that stood out to me more than anything else? Whenever you've come on this show, you're actually very polite, softly spoken, and you're quite nice to people. When I watched you on that show and I went back and watched other elements, you were sitting on there like you were fucking Don Corleone, Billy Big Bollocks, thinking you're an hard man. The way you went at Prime, yes, you were racial, which in itself is the worst thing you could have done. But you went for Prime like a bully. You went for Prime because you know that he doesn't like conflict. You would never have the audacity to speak to me, KJ, Bits and Bobs, Monster, anybody, Anita. None of us like that. You are a fucking coward. Do you understand me? You are nothing but a coward. You should be ashamed of yourself. And Prime, the only reason you're here is because of Prime getting the opportunity to explain yourself. People like you make me sick. And it isn't just because you're a racist, it's because you're a racist, you're a bully, and you're a nasty piece of work. And you sitting there, I don't know what. You know why you did it, because you're a hateful cunt. That's it,
I
bro.
also echo what Terry said. You are a coward, because instead of you messaging me yourself, you deactivated your Twitter and you brought it back, and you also got your friend to DM me instead of you talking yourself. You got everyone else to DM me instead of you coming to me and talking yourself. So don't say you want to apologize now when you're on the terrace or try and get clout from this. I want you to explain why. Don't try and dip away or run away or anything. I actually want you to explain why, because I'm so close to actually getting angry. I'm waiting. Come on, explain why.
I'm a racist. That's as straightforward as I can say, and I'm a coward. I'm disgusting. I'm a horrible human being. And
no, don't use these buzzwords. Explain why you said what you said. Don't say something like I'm a racist or I'm a coward. No, because you're just repeating and echoing what Terry said. And I appreciate you for doing that, Terry. But I want you to come and explain what you said, because the only reason why these people are on here on the panel with me is because I want them to stay, and they haven't said anything because I said they shouldn't say anything. But if you're not gonna give your justifiable reasons, I will allow them to have free reign and say what they want, because they're very angry right now.
Okay, we'll let them say what they want to say.
All right, Bobs, you can go.
Do you know what, mate? You're a racist prick. You're the reason why this society is a problem. You come on streams, internet live streams for people to watch. You confidently, happily said it with your mouth. You called him a black cocoa head and you referred to him as a maid. Now, for those who don't really realize what maid means to the black community, it means help, as in slave. Okay? You, sir, are a fucking cunt and a fucking racist prick. Okay? You are so lucky. I don't condemn violence, but you would never ever say that to me, JV, Prime to his face. You got punched in the nose like blam. Full stop, bro. You are wrong. Prime is my little brother. My little brother. I love this guy so much. I see the TFT family. You are lucky that Prime's even being so nice to you right now. You called him a black cocoa head. I repeat, a black cocoa head. And you are laughing and giggling. You are happy to say that with your chest. So why don't you break it down like you analyze football or you analyze Prime? Let's say it with your chest, bro. What's wrong? You deleted your Twitter account, you pussy. Why? Because you were getting backlash. You fucking pussy. Listen, Prime, I love you. I love you so much, little bro. But I'm glad you're doing this, man, because do you know what happens to racists? You get aired and you get outed, and then you're done out here. Listen, Terry, I don't want to swear too much on this, Prime, so please someone take over.
Guys, I'm if you're happy, Prime, I'm airing this guy out now. Done. I think everyone's going to say the same thing to him, unless anybody.
Terry, can I say something?
Sorry, everyone's allowed to have their say, so everyone can have their
I'd
say.
like to say something as well. Still.
TD, do you know what annoys me as well, right? I'm young, innit? I'm young, and I'm pretty sure we all know the difference between right and wrong, and what you did was clearly wrong. But the worst thing is about it is that when everyone was asking you what you're doing, you were just trying to find excuses. There was literally, you never took any ownership of what you did. I'm not going to swear because I don't feel like I don't need to waste my energy on you because it's not worth it. But to sit there and call him a black cocoa bean and like just be so comfortable with saying that. And then afterwards, when everyone goes, what you did is wrong and it's clearly racist, for you to be like, well, I'm having this problem in my life and this, that, and the other. How do you think it felt for Prime when you were going for him, calling him a maid and saying, oh, I'm going to go for you, I've got a vendetta against you, and then calling him a black cocoa bean? It's even worse because you even said it yourself. I have a personal problem with you. Do you know how easy I could just be like, oh yeah, you just hate him because he's black? You may have some reason why you might have a vendetta, which I don't even get, because Prime's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. I've never seen that guy get angry, and he's he's one of the nicest people. I don't know how you can have a vendetta. I've had arguments with Prime, and afterwards I've been like, you know what, it got heated, but it's not that deep. Me and Prime are good friends. To think you even had that, like you had the right to do that, it just baffles me. And I'm 19 years old. You're a grown man. Like,
can I add something?
Wait, one sec. Sorry, Ches. Go. Actually, no, Ches, you go, and then I'll finish this so we can get this guy out here. Fam.
Yeah, you can finish off. What I was going to say is, you weren't just disrespectful to Prime. You were disrespectful to every single coloured person on this planet. You rude mug. You're a mug. And you're going to get outed. And hopefully the whole internet, if you become a YouTuber or a sort of job, they see this, because it's not good. It's not on. And we're not doing this for you to get clout to your stupid face on the screen. We're doing this to other people who are racist to footballers, to musicians, to people on the street. The unconscious biased. They can all see this as well and learn from it, because you're a mug. And all the racist people who comment about women or black people or Asian people in the comment section, you're mugs as well. And all you should learn from this mug here who's racist to Prime. It's not on. I don't see none of it.
And to think, sorry, KJ, and to think, when everyone in the group chat was saying this and that, and like, we cancel you and everything, and to think I actually, because I was talking to KJ and Jam, to think I actually had some sort of remorse, because I'm not the sort of person who's vindictive. I don't want someone to have their life destroyed or ruined just because of an action that they have. You know, because I believe in being able to talk things out and have second chances and everything. But I'm just so angry right now.
Yeah, listen to me, TD. I'm gonna say the last piece, and then you're gonna be out of here. Everyone said what's on their heart, and to be fair, they've said things that I don't need to say in this. So I'm not gonna say them. There is always a reason why you say the things that you say. Deep down, if you are a man, you'll be able to go back and analyze where things stem from. And this is what I'm saying to you. I suggest you take this experience and you go analyze where on earth that even came from in your head, because that's not normal and it's unnatural. You need to really, 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 really evaluate yourself and go forward. And you need to be doing recompense. You're now on the road to try and make up for this ridiculous thing that you've done. I could say so many things right now, but I'm here giving you the ounce of the little ounce of compassion I have for you right now. Make sure you go and reevaluate your life, reevaluate how you view the world, and let's not do this ever again. Because if you do, bruv, fam, there are words for you, yeah, that will get me kicked out of church, bruv. So please.
Simple as that.
Please.
Simple.
Go reevaluate.
Simple and as straightforward as that. Prime, anything further to say before I ban this dude from Football Terrace for life?
He's lucky Anita's not here. So all I gotta say is he's lucky Anita's not here.
110%. Listen, TD, just listen to what KJ said, because that man's a good Christian man. Listen to what he said. You need serious help. Prime, you cool, bruv. I listen, bruv. I feel like, do you know what? We're doing more often elsewhere. Listen, bro. Listen. You're brave to stand up to the man for that, bruv. I don't know what it feels like at all to go through it yourself. Maybe any of you man have been through. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And listen, all I can do is stand alongside you and help fight. That's it, bruv.
Prime, you're not alone, bro. Just know that you're
KJ,
not
stay strong,
alone,
man.
bro.
Hey, KJ, lift your head up. Lift your head up, KJ. Come on. Hey, lift your head up, bro. Come on. What is this? Come on.
Come on,
Terry,
man.
I really appreciate you doing this on the stream, by the way, because it sends a good message to everyone out there.
Oh, you don't understand.
Come on, bro. Come on.
You don't understand.
It's even worse. Like,
Terry, can I just say something real quickly before you wrap up?
Much?
Yeah, go on, mate.
I just want to say that to everyone that's watching this is not to give this guy clout. What this is basically is that as a black man that lives in the UK, okay, every day, okay, we wake up expecting stuff like this. Every day we wake up having to defend ourselves. This is 2021. We are defending ourselves regardless whether it's verbally, emotionally, on social media. And when something like that happens to our family member, I'm sorry, but we're on you. Literally, we're on you. Because the reason why we have to out this and air this is because it's not right. We all know right and wrong, and we know this is not right. For people to try and say that they're superior to us or act superior to us, it's wrong. Look at the panel. We have a white host, okay? We have diversity on this channel, okay? We had Ania on. We're not about that, okay? The Football Terrace represents society. You know, people that say racist things are evil people, and the sooner we eradicate this poison, the better it is for everyone. Like 100%, you came at Prime, probably one of the most nicest persons you'll ever meet. And, you know, let's make it personal. What this guy said to Prime, what if he said it to your sister, or to your mum, or to your daughter, to your son, to your brother, to your dad? And then try, be Prime. Put yourself in Prime's shoes right now. That's how deep it is. Love to all you brothers. I walk with you every day. Seriously, love to you all. And I pray that God takes mercy on him. Seriously.
The thing is, it's all hit us. That's the thing. Like, it happened to Prime. Most of us weren't even there. Most of us weren't even aware when it happened. And we're all hit by it. Because we like, as black men, we experience this every day. And how it's still a thing, I don't know. But
David, if you want to know who actually received it first and found it, it was me. I was the one that found it last night and clipped it and brought it to individual attentions, and then obviously you guys all found out on top of that.
But it's right. Sorry.
I spoke to Prime last night, and he didn't hear it, and that upset me. You know, when he did find out, he was broken, and I was raging. He was there now, and I'm a white man. Yeah, and the things that I wanted to fucking say to him, and the things that I wanted to cut out of my mouth, I didn't need to, because we had people here that were affected so badly by it that it was, you know, it was good that it came from them more so. But my point is this, Prime, you're not alone. We're here. Yeah, we're always here. Like, I'm here for all of yous and everyone. Yeah, and we've got each other's back. And racism needs to do one.
Terry, can I say one last thing?
Of course you can, mate.
What I had to do there was a lot harder than I think people understand. To look someone in the eye and you want to say certain things, but you choose to give them a lesson, you choose to give them some kind of redemption, was hard. I just want to say to everyone who's watching right now, the way we move forward is by evaluating, is by looking at ourselves as people, as individuals. And that person, he is fortunate. Some people won't be as fortunate as that brother. So really, 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 guys, everyone in the chat, everyone on this panel, look at yourselves. Actually, truly analyze and be like, how do I grow? How do I make myself a better person? Because these things won't stop until we do that. As much as I wanted to cuss him and say certain things to him, I also understand the cycle will just perpetuate to a certain point if we don't do that. So everyone, big up yourselves, and let's stop this. Let's really nip this in the bud and stop this, because right now in 2021 it's not needed. We don't need this. We got COVID, for peep's sake. Why we got to deal with these pagans, fam? That's what they are. They're pagans. So yeah, man, big up to all of you guys, and yeah, hopefully we all learn something today and we can all take that forward.
We move forward as a family.
Yeah, absolutely. And boys, you know, like I've always said, we spoke about these things so many times privately. I might have grown up in East London. I might have friends from different cultures, but I don't understand on a personal level what it's like to go through, you know, what your people have been through over the years. And what I will say, though, to people is we can't sit down and be silent. We have to stand up and address this. And in my little world, fan channels on social media, tweeting a black box or retweeting something, okay, that's a step. But what are people actively doing? Are they having these conversations? Are they making a stand? Are they afraid to upset their core viewers? I don't care if we lose 10,000 subscribers today because they think what we did was wrong. These conversations need to happen, and they need to happen more often. And it's not going to change unless everybody helps. It isn't just this isn't a fight for black people, for Asian people, for Muslim people, Christian. This is for everybody to stand up and make themselves be heard. And I don't care if it damages or ruins this channel. We're going to have these conversations as and when they arise, whether it's footballers having it, whether it's our panelists getting it's worse for me than a footballer because there's a personal connection there. And Terrace is never ever going to shy away from these conversations, not for one singular minute. It's really not. Prime, you're a brave man for doing that. Listen, KJ as well, Ches, David, all of
you, man. Big up to all of you, man.
All you coming out there and saying that you're brave and I respect you. I can't even explain how much I respect you all for that. But all I'm going to say, if it means anything to anyone watching, I got your back. 110%. I got your back, and I'm a little bit. I'm not Christian like my man KJ, my brother KJ. So I will come out and say the filth. I'll take that sin for all you, man, and do it. But listen, we're gonna end the stream there. We're back live later. West Ham, Liverpool. Hopefully talking about a Liverpool defeat. Cheer us all up.
Can I just say?
Yeah, of course, can.
Can I say that I love all of you guys, even people that aren't even on the stream now and the group chat and everything. I just growing up, I never thought that I fit in or belonged, being bullied, dealing with depression, and I never thought I'd ever fit in life. And I don't know,
bro. Trust me. I mean, let me tell you this now. Everyone agrees. You're never getting bullied again for the rest of your life. It's never happening.
Never let it happen, bro.
Never happening again.
Ever. Not on my clock or any of these man's clock. We'll never let anyone come at you, bro. You've always got us. Trust me. That's why we're here.
We're one family, man. It's what doesn't matter about skin color or religion. We're all the same.
Doesn't matter.
Watch the football.
Right?
We
be strong,
get
Prime.
jobs.
Come on,
that's
mate.
It.
Yeah.
Prime, what have I told you? Prime, what have I told you off camera? What have I told you the first day we met? What did I tell you? I've got you, bro. Listen, we've been through a lot short term, bro. I've got you. I told you. I'm an Jack. Don't worry, bro. Seriously. But we've got to do these things together, like Terry said, as a family. As a family, we've got to do the things together, man. Seriously. And like, love to you all, love to the people in the comments and stuff. But we have to act on this because it's not right. Simple, it's not right. And we all know what's right and what's wrong. 100%. You know, Prime, I know how you felt, but I'm proud of you, man. Seriously. To be able to look at someone in the eye, knowing what they think of you in their honest light, I big you up, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I agree. Peeps, we're going to end that stream now. Thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you all again soon.